All right, 4.63 by 3 matrices. And you'll notice that I marked out inverses because we're not going to do that. So starting off, um, really all that we're going to do is we're going to find the determinant of a 3 by 3. So if you have matrix A equals, and here's a bunch of letters here. Now there's all kinds of formulas that we could memorize and different things like that, but here's the process that I learned and that I think is the easiest way to do this. So after you have your matrix written, copy down the first two columns here. So here will be A, B, D, E, G, and H. Right, I just copied down both of those columns. Now, to actually do the determinant, or to find the determinant, you're going to look down this main diagonal. And you're going to take, we'll say determinant of A equals, and we'll have A times E times I plus, and we're going to do the second one, B times F times G, and another one, C times, well, here, I'll just say C, D, H. All right. So we go through the three, I think of it as like a negative slope, the three lines of negative slope, and you add them together. Now we're going to have a minus and open a parenthesis, and we're going to do the opposite, only it's going to be the positive slope now. So this will be G, what letter is that? Is that an E? G, E, C, yeah, G, E, C. Next up will be H, F, A. And lastly will be I, D, B. All right, and that is our full determinant formula, okay? You go down the three negative slopes where you add them, and the three positive slopes where you're subtracting them. And the way that I like to write it, instead of putting a negative by all of them, I put a negative out front. So you can either do that little process there that I did where you copy down the columns, or you can memorize this formula. I know which one I prefer, but you can do whatever you think is best. So we only have one example here. We're going to find the determinant of this, this matrix. So doing the same process as before, I'm going to copy down the first two columns to the right of this. So this would have -4, 0, 0, -2, and -1, 4. I'll go down my negative slope, or down my main, what did we call it in the last one? The main diagonal, I think. Yeah, the main diagonal. So -4 times -2 times -2, 0 times 3 times -1, 3 times 0 times 4. And now we're going to switch, and we'll have minus parenthesis, and we'll go up. We'll have -1 times -2 times 3, 4 times 3 times -4, and -2 times 0 times 0. Alrighty? And the rest of this is just going to be simplifying, right? So we'll have -4, -2, and -2. That'll be a +8, and then go to a -16. So that takes care here. I'm going to highlight that to say that we've done it. That one goes to 0. That one goes to 0. So then we'll have minus parenthesis. This will turn into a +6. That'll turn into, what is 16 times 3? 40 something. 16 times 3 is 48. That'll be a -48. And then this last piece will also be 0. -16 minus, what'll that be? -42. So this will be -16 plus 42, which will be 20 something, right? Negative 16 plus 42, 26. Alrighty. Now I know this is a little bit longer of a process than the 2x2 matrices, but I still think it's just as easy. It's just a lot longer to do, a little bit more paper that we have to have. Let me see if I can do one problem from the homework. We'll do number 12 from the homework. We're supposed to find the determinant, and the matrix is, let's see if I copy it down right. All right. And before I do this one, I'm looking at the homework page. You also have to do number 9. And number 9 is the only one where you don't find the determinant. Make sure that you notice in number 9 that the identity matrix is there. Right? If you notice that that's the identity matrix, it makes that problem very easy. So, all right, back to number 12. We're finding the determinant of this. So maybe I should write. We're finding the determinant of that. Again, I'm going to copy down the first two columns. So this will be negative 1, 2, 0, 1, 4, 2. I start with my main diagonal. This would be negative 1 times negative 1. 2 times 3 times 4. Negative 2 times 0 times 2. Minus parenthesis 4 times 1 times negative 2. 2 times 3 times negative 1. And negative 1 times 0 times 2. Alrighty. This one here, that will go to a positive 1. This will turn into a 6 times 4 is 24. That'll be 0. Then we'll have minus parenthesis. That will be a negative 8, right? Yep, negative 8. Negative 6. And 0. So I'll just close parenthesis. So we've got 25 minus parenthesis. Oh my, what is that going to be? Is that 14? Yeah, 14. So 25 minus 14. Ooh, nope. Sorry, I dropped a negative there. There should be a negative right there inside the parentheses. So this will be 25 plus 14, which will be 39. And there we are. All right. So good luck on that. Also on the homework, numbers 18 and 19, they ask to determine if the matrices are inverses. Remember that if they're inverses, then they multiply to be the identity matrix, the 1 matrix. So what you're going to do in 18 and 19 is you're going to multiply them together and see if you get the 1 matrix, right? And the 1 matrix for 3 by 3 is 1, 1, 1, something like that. And probably not nearly as sloppy as I drew that, but you get the point. So, all right, good luck on the homework.